What a glorious morning it is here in Rotherham. That's right, I'm up in Yorkshire, in Rotherham, and I'm looking for some breakfast. Where better to find a breakfast than a place that's been really busy on social media? It's owned by a guy who seems to be a real character. He's got a very distinctive accent. Not sure he's going to understand me, not sure I'm going to understand him. We shall see. Behind me here is the Kimberworth Corner Kitchen. This guy's on TikTok, he's on Instagram, he's on YouTube. He's really open about the challenges that face small businesses, the costs involved. Nothing is hidden. He'll tell you how much profit he makes on an item, all sorts of stuff. Really, really interesting guy, and he's banging out some phenomenal, monstrous kind of breakfast baps and whatever. Time to get some of that in my belly, I reckon. So I've just come inside. It's only a little sort of sandwich shop, wherever. They've got a kitchen out in the back there. Menu here, but you don't have to stick to that. You can basically customise things however you want. So what have I ordered? We've got to go with his signature PEWERK sausage patties. Gone for that, just with egg in there, so we kind of showcase the quality of those sausage patties. They're also known up here for something called steak Canadian, which is basically this very, very thinly sliced beef of some sort or another. I've decided to try and make that into like a Philly cheesesteak kind of thing. So we've gone with onions, we've gone with cheese in there. And then a behemoth, something I'm definitely going to need Python mode for. We're calling it the Bigon. I basically said, I don't like mushrooms, put anything else in it. So we'll see how that goes. Here we go, we're getting the order put together. What have we got in that one? That's the Bigon, yeah?
All you need to know in this sandwich is there's lots of PEWERK. That's all you need to know.
Lots of PEWERK. Okay, buddy, nice one.
It is that one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that big that it's actually spilling out of your bag.
Blimey, look at this. Look at the size of that. Nice one. That'll set me up for the drive home, won't it? So here we go, folks. £21 spent in total. 3 breakfasty kind of rolls. We have in here the signature PEWERK patties with egg. In here we got the steak Canadian with the onion and cheese. And this one, I don't even know what's in it. It's just called the Bigon. I've just let them go mad. It is humongous. Insane. Right, so let's do it in that order, I reckon. Move these out the way for a second. This is what they're known for. The PEWERK. Nicely wrapped up. So if you want to take it home with you or whatever, no problem. That is a big old bap, isn't it? That is a big old bap. Inside here, I had them slice it so we can see a cross section actually. So let's do that. Look at that bad boy. Beautiful, soft. I'm going to call it a bap. Round here they'll call it a bread cake. We've got the egg in there with a yolk smushed out everywhere. And you can see, if you come and take a little closer look here, within that pork patty, you've got all herbs and stuff in there. Kind of like, looks like Lincolnshire sausage. This is more your classic kind of breakfast bap, isn't it? Oh, wow. That is so tasty. The sausage in there, you can see here, griddled up nicely. This puts your McDonald's sausage and egg McMuffin to shame, doesn't it? Proper quality sausage meat. A freshly cooked, runny egg. And a soft and springy bread roll. And it's huge. Half of this is bigger than a McMuffin. Now, I'm not sure of the individual prices of each of these things. I'm going to guess the vast majority of the price has gone into that Bigon. These two, I'm going to guess about a £5 each. That's a substantial breakfast all by itself, isn't it? It's so yummy, I don't want to stop eating it. What I like about the guy in there, we were having a chat. He's so open, so honest. If you ever get onto his socials or whatever, he's got a YouTube channel himself where he shows a bit of longer form content, lots of bits and bobs on TikTok and Instagram. And he's just so open about his business. And I love to see it. Telling you about all the struggles small businesses have, all the costs that are involved that people don't take into account. And like I say, I think this is probably about a £5. And it's great value at that, isn't it? On to sandwich number 2, folks. The steak Canadian with cheese and onions. And I'm hoping the little bit of time it took to eat that first one will mean that the cheese in here is all oozy and gooey. Once again, we're going to open it up a bit and look at the cross section. In fact, look at this. Now normally you need mozzarella to do a cheese pull. That looks like a bit of me. All it needs, some gravy to dip it in or something like that. Be good, wouldn't it? What do the Americans have? Au jus. That would be good, just French dip your sandwich. Inside here, we've got the steak Canadian. You see here? It's basically just like a kind of processed meat. We got 1, 2, 3 slices of it. You got cooked onions there on the top. I'm glad it's cooked onions because raw onions would overtake everything. And cheese everywhere. Cheese everywhere. Again, the same fresh bap. And they're going to have fresh produce here. They're open 7 days a week, okay? Monday to Friday, I think it's from 8:30 to 12:30. And on Saturday and Sunday, just 2 hours, 8:30 to 10:30. But they're going to be rattling through things. The amount of orders that are coming into that kitchen is insane. The place is rammed full of people. Constant stream of people going in. They're getting phone orders, they're getting Just Eat orders as well. All sorts happening. Right, stop waffling, Greeno, and get this in your gob. Do you know what this reminds me of? Like a cheap football ground burger from back in the day. The steak Canadian has got that kind of processed taste to it. I don't even know why it's called steak Canadian. It's a thing from like the 70s, 80s over here. Does it have any Canadian roots? I've got Canadian viewers. Perhaps you can let me know. That's what it is. Because it's beefy, and like I say, it tastes a bit like a cheap burger. That cooked onion and the cheese just goes with it perfectly. I didn't know what to expect from this, but it's absolutely blooming delicious. Not gourmet food. There's something nostalgic. Takes you back to your childhood. I really like this. Maybe I'll get another one to take home. This is the Bigon, the Frankenstein creation in their kitchen. The only rule I gave the guy, no mushrooms. We're going to see what we have got in here. I know they do spam, I know they do black pudding, I know they do bacon. We're going to see what has gone into this. This is massive. Oh my goodness. I think I can pick the whole thing up. There's some weight to that bad boy. Cross-section time, oh my God. What is in there? So I can see we've got the PEWERK patties. There's bacon. There's spam. There's like a cheesy potato hash, regular sausages as well, black pudding and egg. Oh, hang on. And a slice of fried bread in the middle of it, which looks like it's been dipped in bean juice or tomato or something like that. That is mental, isn't it? Oh, look, there's a little bit of bread there. We'll have that. Delicious. Right, that helps me done. Only joking. Oh, we got the steak Canadian in there as well. Look, bit of that poking out the side. How on earth am I supposed to eat this? I mean, this is proper Python mode territory, isn't it? Is there a defibrillator anywhere nearby? You spotted one? I haven't spotted one. We'll have to Google in a minute, because I might need one after this. Right. I can't even squash it. It's too dense. Look, I'm trying to squash it so I can get me gob around it, but everything in there is solid. Come on. That was proper Python mode, wasn't it? It tastes really good. You can't taste all the individual components. I did get a little bit of crisp from the edge of the fried bread in there. The PEWERK, again, a nice little herby flavour. The bacon, look, I'll put a bit out. Got a nice cook to it. You looking at that bacon? There you go, you can have some bacon. Man alive. This is something else, isn't it? I'm going to attack it in like top half and bottom half. Black pudding in there. Nice deep flavour. The regular pork sausages. I mean, I'm guessing they're more like a catering sausage. But it's still got a nice sausagey flavour. That cheesy hash thing in there is inspired. Normally you'd expect something just like a hash brown inside there. Just a little bit of crisp. But this makes it a bit more interesting and a bit more gooey. How are we going to eat all this, kiddo? We've got to drive back to Dorset after this. I don't think we're going to need to stop for lunch, are we? We'll save half of this, and that'll be lunch. That is mental. I mean, who puts, look at that, a great big, thick slice of fried bread in the middle, dipped in the juice from the tinned tomatoes. But do you know what? It tastes blooming delicious. I say, I paid £21 for all of this. I'm guessing they're about a £5 each. This might be 10 or 11 quid. You can't tell me that's bad value. Look at the amount of stuff in there. That is a whole fry-up put into a bap, isn't it? My goodness. I love what these guys are doing. I just got another crisp of that fried bread as well. Okay. Now what these guys are doing is cool. Inexpensive, decent quality, and they're banging it out. Banging it out. And I love it. I'll tell you what, if I lived around here, I'd definitely need a gym membership. I mean, I definitely need one anyway, don't I? I'll save you guys putting that in the comments. Yeah. This is a bit of me. I was going to go for a little wander and film an outro somewhere else. But right now, I can barely move. Most of you will say, I was a big un beforehand. Now I've eaten a big un, and I'm an even bigger un. If that makes sense. It didn't sound like it made sense, did it? No. That was incredible, though. What I love about this place, they're completely open to whatever you want to do. You want it in a sandwich, you want it in a bread cake, they'll do it for you, as long as it's something they've got on the menu. And they got so many old classic stuff there. The Spam, the Steak Canadian, their own sausage patties, the PEWERK, which is absolutely delicious, let me tell you. Yeah, really loved it, and it's inexpensive. The 3 different items we had. First up, just the PEWERK patties with the egg. Delicious. In fact, little un polished it off. Steak Canadian. That real sort of old school football ground burger kind of taste. Takes you right back. But it's done nicely. Done nicely. And then that Bigon. Everything apart from mushrooms. Even a fried slice in the middle of a sandwich. Absolutely delicious. I don't recommend you have one every day because you will die very, very quickly. But as an occasional treat, why not? One thing that sums this place up for me, we just sat chatting, me and Little Un, and she said if we're ever up in this area and we're not filming anything till dinner time, she wants to come here for breakfast. There you go. Says it all, doesn't it? Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm going to come up with a score. £21 for all that food. Little Un's saying 9 out of 10. Why 9? Black pudding. She doesn't like black pudding. That's why. You don't have to have the black pudding in there, but I like it, so that's why we got it. If there wasn't black pudding in there, would it be a 10 out of 10? She's nodding. Yeah. There you are. My fault then. My fault. I loved all of it. It's old school. The flavours are great. The guy is brilliant. Like I say, take a look at his socials. YouTube channel. He's on TikTok. He's on Instagram. Really open about how he does his business. And there's some eye-opening stuff in there about some of the costs they have to put up with, you know. Even just for a little corner kind of little breakfast bap place. Yeah, some of the costs are eye-watering. I'm going to give this a straight 10 out of 10. I can't fault it. I think it's great value, great flavours. The guy, he's putting effort into it, even though it's just a breakfast roll. Yeah, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Hats off to him. Right, well, if you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed that breakfast, and as much as I'm not going to enjoy the best part of 5-hour drive home with that in my belly, click a thumbs up on there. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Ding your bell for notifications. Check around the vault. There's a whole load of different breakfast content if that's your thing. And yeah, hype. Be a cool kid. Hype the video if you're on a mobile device. I can't watch them on my phone. My eyes aren't good enough anymore. Right, where are you going to find me next time? I don't know. I don't know, but we're heading back down south and not stopping on the way. Not for food, anyway. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye for now.